Hello, I'm here today to show you how to field strip and reassemble your AK-47 or AK-47 variant. First off, you want to make sure the firearm is unloaded for safety purposes for yourself and others. So, as you can see, the safety lever is in the fire position, and you want to pull your charging handle back and check for any rounds in the chamber, which there are none, and also make sure that there is no magazine. As you can see, there's not, so this firearm is safe. First off, by starting, you want to pull your top receiver plate off. To do that, you push this button in the back and pull up in the same motion. This will take your receiver plate off, and just lay this down, and this will expose the guts of your rifle. Next, you want to take the recoil spring and push it forward too and pull up. After it comes out, there will be a set of grooves right there, and you want to pull them out. Pull the recoil spring out. This is actually what helps push your bolt forward once you fire the firearm. And now you want to pull your charging handle back, and there will be two, I guess what you would call, it slides on a rail, and then there will be two holes in the back. You pull it back all the way to these two holes and then lift up, and also your cycling piston, your gas piston, and your bolt will come out of the firearm. Bolt assembly, and then here's your exposed trigger group, and we'll just leave this aside for a minute. And here is your bolt. This little thing here, it rotates in and out. So the way to get this out is you want it to rotate all the way back, and then if you're facing this way, you want to turn it in a counterclockwise motion until this little, as you can see, there's like a little detent right there. That thing there, get a good shot of it. Then you can pull your full bolt straight out, leaving your gas piston and your bolt carrier out of the way. Now back to the rifle. Here is your gas cylinder. This is what actually the recoil gases, or should I say the firing gases, go down the barrel and come up here, which pushes the piston back and cycles your firearm. The way to get this out is this little lever here. It may take pliers, but I can do mine by hand. Push this up until that is flush in there. As you can see, that little bit moves, but push it up until it's flush, and then your gas cylinder will come out. And this is basically your stripped firearm. As you can see, just regular cylinder. And this basically concludes the disassembly of the firearm. Now we're going to reassemble it. The way you do this is take your gas cylinder and put it back over that, and make sure it goes back where the lever's flush inside, and just slap it down and push your lever down, and there should be a detent in this lever. There we go. It'll become a detent, and make sure that it's on there tight, and then you will go about going back to your bolt carrier and gas piston. Here's your bolt. You want to, there will be a slight groove. Let me see if I can get a good, there we go, that little groove right there. You want this little detent to slide down into there, and then the detent to go into the groove, and then pull forward and turn clockwise. that makes sure your bolt's in there, and as the firearm fires, it cycles like this. Okay, and that's your bolt carrier, and a bolt assembly, should I call it. And now you want to put that back in the firearm. The way to do this is you slide your gas piston into the gas piston cylinder and push the little two rails on the bolt assembly into those two holes in the receiver, and just push it all the way forward. There. And then you want to take your recoil spring and push it into the top of your bolt assembly, and then push it forward until it goes back into those little grooves, and then put your top plate back on. This may take a little bit of effort. I like to push it forward with my thumb and try to push the button inside, and then push the plate down as I'm holding the button, and then just push it down and let go of the button, and it should come out. And there is that. And here's now for your functions check. You want to make sure it's in the fire. Pull your handle back, of course, no round in the chamber and no magazine in the gun. And you want to fire the firearm. Now keep the trigger held, and you want to pull back from a charging handle while the trigger's still held, and let go of it, keeping the trigger held, and then slightly release the trigger. You will hear a click that makes sure that your secondary sear engaged. Of course, this is in semi-automatic firearms only, not full auto. And that basically is your functions check for this rifle. And of course, as you can see, this rifle is completely assembled and ready to fire now. And for storage, put your safety lever in the safe position. And that concludes this tutorial for field stripping an AK-47 or AK-47 variant.